H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's Tuesday. So much stuff is going on. I'm gonna be all over the place today. I know y'all got something that y'all want to talk about, so we can put it up in the, or you can put it up in the feed, and I'll try to see it and try to get to it. But I want to start the day off. First of all, before I do, hey Karima, before I do anything, I want to recognize my starting five. Those are the first five people that sign on to the Chop Shop feed via Facebook Live or YouTube Live. And today we got D Holcomb. He's on YouTube. He's on YouTube. We got Alex Sestero. He's on Facebook. Thad Moody. He's on Facebook. Corey Willis he's on YouTube. I'm sorry. And Dale Griggs on Facebook. Yeah, back and forth. Yes. Yeah, great balance right there. And our sixth man is on Facebook. That's Daryl Anderson. But I see everybody. I see you. What's going on there? The chatterbox is in the building. Hey, Chris Charles. Deco Monte, where you been? Mindy Collins is in the building. Corey, who else we got? Let me see. What's up, Joe Lewis? Tyrone Caldwell. Brandy, what's up, Brandy? Karima, what's up there, Dr. Newsom? I saw you this Sunday. I saw you this Sunday on your. What's up, Jay Miles is in the building. The best keyboardist and what y'all call it? I forgot. What you call it? The musical director that we've ever had. And, don't tell Tommy I told you that. But at the R&B project, who else we got? Hey, Jeremy, Tamika. Monte says she been grinding. Y'all, some unique thing. I want to read y'all something from a young man who grew up in the Chop Shop. Y'all already know how I'm partial to the kids and the parents that grow. What's up, Stephen Adams? That grow up, and this thing been on about 6 years. A lot of young kids has grew up just having advantage of having a platform like the Chop Shop. That's why I always tell you to share the show, which is a great time right now. Share the show as you come in the door. But young man, it's kind of long, okay, but I'm gonna read it because he's special. I got to read it. He said to the Bulldog family, I got to read this. First and foremost, I would like to thank God for blessing me and giving me the opportunity to wake up every day and play the game I love. For the past 2 years, the Bulldog family has been amazing. Your unwavering love and support has earned a special place in my heart. Check this out, Jim Norris. It's one of our kids now. You know, when I stop and do this, this is special. To my teammates, you push me every day to be a better player and become brothers throughout that journey. Going to battle with you weekly has given me memories that I will cherish. I love you guys forever. Continue to be great. I want to thank Coach Conkle and the entire coaching staff. I'm forever grateful for your support and opportunity to represent such a distinguished university. He's one of our kids, y'all. Might not be your kid, but it's one of our kids. So let's listen and watch this. This might be one of your kids one day. To family, friends, and everyone back home in Port Arthur and in Lake Charles, each one of you has had a major part in getting me to where I am today. I will continue making you proud and striving to be the best I can be and represent all of y'all. Check this out, Chris Charles. You talking about you on a plane on your way to Vegas? Okay, I got you. Okay, to my family, my dad, my mom, you have sacrificed so much for me and have been my backbone throughout my entire life. I want to thank my brother Jermaine for always being someone I can compete with and look up to, and to my sister Kennedy. Thank you for everything. With that being said, y'all, I've never did this on the Chop Shop. Y'all, this is the first time. Hold up. With that being said, let me get my boy. With that being said, I am declaring for the 2022 NBA draft while maintaining my college eligibility. This is a great opportunity for me to gather valued feedback from NBA teams. Kenneth Lofton Jr., let me tell you something. That's a very, very proud moment for me. I've never had the opportunity to read this off for a young man. The family sent me this information, and of course, I'm going to share it with the world because let me tell you something. This is a young kid that grew up, coming to all of Jimmy's events. Mom and dad support this platform. So it's really apropos for him to be the very first guy that I read off his going and trying to going to try to fulfill his dream, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something. When I told y'all yesterday, we got to expect kids. We got kids coming up being doctors, lawyers. They're going to invent something. They on Wall Street. We got to expect our kids to be successful. We can't be jealous of them. We can't be. Well, I know we're going to have some willies. I know that. But we got to learn how to support our own. I got to understand this is a very, very proud moment for me that I could be able to say those words about a little guy who grew up on this show. He ain't that old. He grew up on this show. So shout out to Miss Gina, Ken Lofton, the senior. Let me tell y'all something, man. I had to start the show with that, but I'm all choked up on the inside. And I still got to be a professional about it. And I got to be a professional about it and continue the show. But I'm so proud, man. Y'all just don't understand how proud I am. This young man is able to go and try. He want to be a professional athlete. Wasn't on the the top 50. He wasn't a McDonald All-American. He just grind. I remember the first game at the EYBL, and he struggled a little bit, and coach took him out, and the kid had a long talk with Pop. The next day he came out, bam, 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 put himself in a position, went to Louisiana Tech. Because these other people, now they calling him now, but back then they didn't want me, but now he hot, they all on him. Yes, this is Kenneth Lofton. Went to the USA games in the USA basketball and excel. Should have been an MVP, but they gave it to Chet Holmgren because y'all see how they try to do with Chet Holmgren. Sold Jimmy's magazines in the stands. He went, thank you. He went from selling the magazine. I wish I had one. It's in my other room. Went from selling the magazine to declaring for the draft. Everybody should be proud of it. Let me tell you something. Even if you don't like the chop shop, take some of your friends who don't like the chop shop no more, cause Jimmy and another guy they be feuding with. So some people just, well, I'm not gonna watch the chop shop because Jimmy's feuding with so and so. Forget that. This program, all of y'all be running y'all mouth. This is about the kids. It shouldn't be about this is about our kids. Ain't no other platform gonna do this like this for this kid. You follow me? Y'all got a unique platform here. Take advantage of it. I'm telling you, I just happen to be on the show. The platform belongs to some a bigger power than me. This ain't got nothing to do with Robert Halper. So, but shout out to that young man. I watched him grow up in this thing, and I'm just proud of him. Proud of him. The parents, the mama. I mean, helping other people's kids. They got their hand in other kids' lives, not just in their son's life. But Junior, first class note, young man. I mean, dude, I might every day. I might talk about this note. So don't feel bad. Every day I might talk about this note because it's think about it, Joe. Who is that on there? Dr. Newsom, young kid in your church. You in your church. You grew up in your church. Now he going to do something big that everybody don't have an opportunity to do. Ken Dean, I don't care how. Ken Dean, have you ever declared for the draft? Thaddeus Moody, have you ever declared for the draft? Let me go down the line. Since y'all don't think this, just in case somebody, see, they need to be sharing the show right now as I'm talking. Jeremy Cumberland, have you ever declared for the draft? Okay, let me go down the line. Mindy, have you ever declared for the draft? Brandy, have you ever declared? Jim Norris, have you ever declared for the draft? Chris Charles, have you ever declared? I'm just talking about declaring. I ain't talking about making it. This is great news. Steven Adams, have you ever declared? Monte, who is that said what's up, Pat? Chris Charles, have you? Think about it, y'all. Everybody don't have. Everybody don't have. People can declare, but everybody ain't. J. Miles, most people have never declared. She said, I have in my dream. Yes. It's unbelievable news from a guy. Listen, he grew up, mom and dad listening to this show. He just grew up right in front of us. Just grew up right in front of us. We got to salute that, y'all. I found some interesting tidbits about the I got a couple of things I want to share with y'all. I was thinking about St. Peter's College. I'm gonna put it up on the. I think I got it on the screen. I'm gonna put it up there for y'all. Let y'all look at the Sweet 16 teams that's up there. I hope you can see all of them. Gonzaga versus Arkansas, Arizona versus Houston, Michigan versus Villanova, Kansas versus Providence, Iowa State versus Miami. I got a connection with Miami. This is what's so unique about. I love about this thing. I know my name anyway. Let me see. My name ain't important. Let me get my name out the way. Got a connection with Houston. Got a connection with Arkansas. Got a connection. Don't have no connection with the Duke and Texas Tech game. Got a connection with Michigan and Villanova. I got a connection not with North Carolina and UCLA. Not with got a connection with Kansas and Providence. I have a connection with with Miami. So it's I'm just thinking about Miami. The associate head coach for Miami is the coach that coached my son's team at Cornell. He was the head coach, Bill Courtney. Um, great man. If you remember, this was the man, him and his assistant, Marlon Sears, when my son got real sick at early at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. They got out of bed with their wives to go make sure my son got to the hospital and got taken care of. So yes, Miami. I'm pulling for Miami. So I just put that up there so y'all can see it. You know who you're gonna pull for. I just, I just got to have a connection. I ain't got no connection. I ain't pulling for you. I have to have a connection with some. But I just wanted to think about that. But when I thought about St. Peter's, uh, they don't have a player on their roster that was. I got this from some tweet that was ranked coming out of high school. I'm gonna repeat that. Hold on a second, Jameson. Ah, what's up, Jason? We have we have an African American coaches Final Four as well. We can. Oh yes, yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. Thank you, that is Moody. Uh, St. Peter's did not have a player. Y'all listen to me on their roster that was ranked coming out of high school. They just beat Kentucky and Murray State, advanced to the Sweet 16. AAU parents, you need to focus on your kids' work ethic, love, and passion for the game instead of rankings. I'm going to repeat that one more time because we hadn't shared the show enough. We need to share it. That one tweet right there is what all of this stuff at the icebreaker. People quitting and going on teams, going in transfer portals off of AU teams, all the mess, the PDGWs and the stuff this weekend. I was conspicuously absent from the events this weekend. Didn't want to come. I'm telling y'all, listen to me. Summer basketball and grassroots basketball is getting kind of on my nerves. So when you don't have to be there, see, I told y'all the other day, protecting your energy is not a crime. I'm not going nowhere. Told you about my daughter laughed at it because we was talking about somebody. If I go in a restaurant and I don't like the restaurant, and I was laughing because a rapper was talking about this. If I don't like the restaurant, I'm getting up and walking out. My daughter then be looking at me crazy. If I don't feel the right energy, I'm getting up and walking out. Because I'm not going to waste their time and I don't want them to waste mine. I'm going where I'm celebrated, not where I'm tolerated. So guess what? Certain places that I'm not going, friends of mine, I don't have certain people around in my circle because why? I don't want their energy zappers. I don't want to be around everybody. Yo, I ain't stuck up. Listen, I'm going to repeat this. Protecting your energy is not a crime. Every day I'm seeing, and I got something else I want to put on the feed. I want y'all to go look at. I'm about to do it right now because it's on my heart. Let me see. Let me go and find this thing. I'm just going to post it on the screen. I want y'all to look at this young man, Ohio State football star Harry Miller, real good player. Let me copy this thing and put it in the feed on both. I'm gonna put it on both things. I want y'all to check that out. Let me go to YouTube too. Protecting your energy is not a crime, and I'm gonna keep saying that because some of us, well, I got to be with. If they zapping your damn energy every day, man, that's on you. But I was thinking about this, moms and dads and everybody. Uh, you got to protect it. So me going to After I done been through all of this, going to uh, 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 calling the games at TSU, going all over the country, getting up, flying everywhere, man, protecting your energy, man. Protect your energy, ladies and gentlemen. That's why some of these people got mental imbalance because they got to deal with all these crazy ass folks all the damn time. But St. Peter's University is in the Final Four with an enrollment of it's 23 between 23 and 2,600 people. It's small. It's like y'all. It's sort of like St. Thomas. I had to go up there and watch my son play them. Doesn't have a player on their roster that was ranked coming out of high school. They just beat Kentucky. I ain't been hearing too many of y'all. Hold on one second. I ain't been hearing too many of y'all talk about Cal. You know, if Penny or Jawan had a loss, I would have heard everything. But Cal lost to St. Peter's. I ain't see too many people put that on the feed. I ain't seen too many people put that on the feed. But let me finish. Murray State, they beat Murray State, advanced to the Sweet 16. AAU parents, summer basketball parents. You know, coach, grassroots basketball parents, coach. We don't want to be called AAU, whatever. Summer basketball, Jason Peters. Need to focus on your kids' work ethic, love and passion for the game instead of rankings. That coach, Shaheem Holloway, he came over, he said, man, boy, them New York dudes kind of harsh. Young lady came on, she misspoke. She told me, you're a Jersey boy. You know, how do you feel like being on Jersey, getting your team from Jersey? He said, hold on, let me get you straight. I'm a New York man. I'm a New York dude at a Jersey school. He made sure. But he said, these kids has been through my practice. This game is easy. Tasha, Monte, Kim. Practice is supposed to be hard. None of your parents ever go to practice because y'all be at work. Y'all supposed to be at work. The game is where you come see what happened in practice. You don't know what happened in practice. You go by what your son tell you in practice, but you're not in practice. Unique story. I mean, I'm just glad to see it happening like that. There's some things I wanted to share with y'all yesterday, too, that I didn't get a chance. Shout out to U of H. They left. I think they left this morning. But I was looking at the prices of the tickets. You know, from this past weekend. Oh no, it's coming up this week. Gonzaga versus Arkansas. And Duke versus the get-in price. Duke versus Texas Tech. That's in San Francisco. The get-in price is $392. UCLA versus UNC. Purdue versus St. Peter's. That's in Philly. $332. Kansas versus Providence and Miami versus Iowa. That's in Chicago. I wonder if you going to that game. You going to the games up there? That is Moody. Hit me up. I'll hit Coach and see can Coach hook you up, get you in. Villanova versus Michigan, Arizona versus Houston, San Antonio, $134 get in. That's why I love living down here. I can live anywhere I want to. I love living in this area. Back-to-back Sweet 16s for Kevin Sampson and that team out there. Back-to-back. But I got a question for y'all. And y'all help me. Y'all help me. It's just personal for me. Because some people was telling me. Have y'all ever just met somebody on Twitter? I ain't talking about a hookup. I'm talking about met somebody on Twitter and just met them on Twitter and then y'all became good friends. Has anybody did that? I'm just asking. Okay. I got you, Thad. I'm gonna see what I can do with not being there. See, the hard thing, Thad, if I'm there, come on, Thad, you with me. So let me see. Let me see. Can I work my magic? Y'all help me. You ever met somebody on Twitter and y'all became cool? It ain't no bad question. I mean, I just never have, and I'm just trying to figure out how does that happen. Because some friends of mine have. So I know we meet. I met a lot of coaches on Twitter. Okay, that's good, Jeremy. That's all I'm trying to figure out, Jeremy. I've never met nobody on Twitter. How do you meet them? Coach is just different. No, I ain't never met no coach on Twitter. I met coaches on this show that I didn't know. Maybe this is a form of social media. Okay, but I'm talking about Twitter. Okay, she said not Twitter, but other platform. What those? Hold on, let me get a drink. Monte said other platform. Hold on, y'all. What other platform? I want to hear this one. Oh, what other platform, Monte? I want to know. I'm just asking. Mandy, come on. I know, Mandy, you like me. We ain't meeting nobody. I met you guys first. Yes. But I'm talking about on Twitter now. I know we're going to meet here. But I'm talking about on Twitter, you don't have a chance to be as intimate as we talking. We talking a lot. Black Planet, Facebook and TikTok. Okay. I've never met nobody on Facebook. I'm just asking. I've never met nobody on social media. And I just wonder, how does that happen? How does that happen? Comment on the same post. See you have the same viewpoints and mutual friends. Just link up naturally. I'm talking about then go meet them. Then go meet them and go hang out with. Really meet. I'm not talking about just meet on mate. I'm talking about met on Facebook. Met on YouTube. And then, man, next thing you know, y'all going getting a drink together. Y'all going traveling together. Y'all going skiing together. I'm just asking. It ain't no bad answer. I just hadn't had a chance to do that. And I'm just wondering, am I limiting myself to not meet people? DM Kevin Lewis. See, Kevin Lewis, I'm learning about you now. DM action. Kevin Lewis, I ain't never DM nobody. No, for real. I'm just telling you, man. I just never. Y'all got to help me, man. See, y'all out here being so damn holy today. Listen to me. I'm trying to get the real out of y'all. This the Chop Shop, y'all. I know we're going to talk about sports in a minute, but some of this got to do with sports. Y'all know I'm going somewhere. Come on, they don't want to say, no, I changed the subject. Lord have mercy. Oh. I'm still thinking about Juwan Howard and Penny. That man said he met his wife on CDL. How? Thank you, Jeremy. I ain't gonna talk to nobody else. Just me and Jeremy. Jeremy, how did you do it? What happened, Jeremy? Tell me how you do it. How did the first interaction? You like the picture? I just want to know. I'm not doing it, D White. No, D White, I'm good. I don't need to be nobody. I ain't trying. I'm trying to understand the phenomena. Hatter been promoting Junior, and he made his announcements. Congratulations to that young fella. Yes. Thank you, Trey, for realizing that. Let me put my name on there just in case people just popping on. Y'all know me, but everybody. Thank you, Trey Phillips, for that. Of course, I'm gonna promote Junior. I mean, I promoted him when everybody else didn't think he was that good. Now a lot of people think he's that good. D White, I ain't gonna do it. What, man? Come on, see Jeremy, and shut up. Jeremy, your wife ain't listening, man. Just tell me what happened, man. Man, I'm finna get off. Y'all. You know what? Y'all. But I was thinking about how we live in a society where we scream out the negative and whisper the positive. Wait a minute. Hold up. Jeremy, you take it too long. You ain't typing fast enough for me. He said, commented on the same post. We had a mutual friend. I ain't cried about her in the I like that, Jeremy. I like that. But guess what, Jeremy? I don't think it would have happened. Do you think it would have happened without the mutual friend? I've met coaches via social media that we had. See, that's okay. I like that. I just ain't did that yet, Trey Phillips. But I've met coaches on this show, but some of them I ain't met up with though yet. You said he said you can talk your wife, not this. I'm sorry, Jeremy. Some people are better recommended. I mean, I'm just. See, when I look at the Tinder dude, you know, they making a guy popular. He fake Tinder dude and beat all the women out of their money, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm trying to educate our people. That's all. Our mutual friends were dating. See that? Okay, that's what happened. What's up, Don Hall? But y'all, I like to listen. This stuff is interesting to me. But back then, I said, check this out. Stop it, Melvin Dudes. We live in a society where we scream out the negative and whisper the positive. We scream out his mistakes and we whisper his compliments. We scream out this player's trash, but we whisper when he do something great. What's up, G Woods? That's why I don't use this platform to denigrate anyone. Robert, you taking up for James Harden? No, I'm not letting y'all tear him down. I know how hard it is for a black man. I don't care what he's doing out here in this world, in this entertainment world. Been in this business for 30 years. I done forgot stuff that some people ain't gonna even never know. So I know how hard it is. Thinking about Juwan Howard yesterday. Got this article this morning. I want y'all to go through this article with me. This is a chop shop and a soapbox hero is in the building. My man, Tyrone Irvin is in the building. Tyrone Irvin, I like that. Tyrone Irvin, I need one of them right there. The picture, cartoon picture. I need one of them. I know you can do it. I got to send you a picture. I need a cartoon. I don't know what they call it. I need that. I need that in my life. I got one of me and Jimmy. I want one by myself. Check this out. The people who wanted Juwan Howard and Penny Hardaway fired a few months ago, where did they go? Where did they go? Funny how a certain audience, I'm just educating you, Rick Brown, a certain audience can go from hating you to admiring you in a matter of weeks. I'm going to let that one soak in. What started with a press conference and a post-game scuffle has turned into predictable praise. Thank you, Jeremy. Because when you win, people, like Chris Walker told me, Penny got to win. Not to me. He ain't got to win. He already done won. Juwan don't have to win. He already done won. These guys hit the lottery twice. These guys were both in the NBA. It ain't but 4,000 people ever on the planet has ever been in the NBA. These guys had great careers in the NBA, both of them. And then these guys are head coaches, okay, of Power 5 schools, right? Hold on. It ain't but 353 of those guys on the planet. These guys hit the lottery twice, but we want to fire them. Because when you win, people conveniently forget that just a few weeks ago earlier, they wanted you to be unemployed. I know it's going to get quiet in here because I know the way some of y'all feel. I understand. Fire him. He got all them 5-stars. He ain't with it. Fire his black ass. And this comes from our own people. Back in January, in case you didn't know it, you've been under a rock. Head coach Penny Hardaway said something every coach has wanted to say at one time in a press conference, but can't. It's a good time to share the show. Jason Peters, because you're a fan, you think like these people. And I understand it. Jason Peters, it's okay for you to be a fan. I'm talking about you, Jason Peters. The facts had I agree, but I must be sweeter if one of them bring a chip. But I already agree. If they don't bring a chip, they all right with me because their value is not predicated to Robert Hatter whether they win a chip or not. That's the way you think. I don't care if a player won a championship in the NBA or the NFL. That don't make them a less of a player. No, but guess what you said? You said, listen, see, you didn't agree with me. You had an addendum in your agreement. You said, I agree, but you want them to win a chip. I understand that. It's okay, accept what you said. Don't be trying to, I said I agree with you. No, you didn't say you agree with me because I didn't say what you said. I said if they don't ever win a chip. You got a guy get $8 million a year, ain't won but one chip. And I ain't see you come on here and say nothing about Cal getting his ass beat by Shaheem Holloway. Listen, Jeremy, I know it's hard to think like that because it's okay to be a fan, man. I ain't stopping you. I'm just going through this article. Penny said something that every coach wanted to say. Stop asking me stupid effing questions about if I feel like I can do something. Do you feel you can do something to me? He snapped at the media. Listen what they say in the article. He snapped at media members. No, he snapped at one freaking person. And I came on this show and gave y'all an exclusive of who he snapped at. And now that same guy's trying to take credit for the turnaround. Jeff Calkins, look his ass up. He from Memphis. He's so bad that they told me he would write a bad article about his mama. I came on this show and explained that to people on Monday. But everybody else ain't going to be able to explain that because they know they can find out if they go and And look, they don't care. Penny saying that was the soundbite. Let's bash Penny because he said that. The Tigers had just been defeated by SMU. No, Karima, I don't think Penny should have snapped at him. I wouldn't have snapped at him, but I understand. This the same guy had been writing articles about Penny, about his son, about his other son, about this and been slick ass articles all the time. So he bring his ass in there and want to be and ask, as he think, if you feel you can do something about this, like this. Penny knew who he was talking to. Y'all just said, Penny went off. No, he was talking to one particular people. Excuse me, one particular person, Jeff Calkins. Yes, I called his name. At first I did, calling his name. Now he tweeting. See what I did? It turned the thing around. You don't ask no coach, just lost. Coach got injuries up and down the line. He dealing with Monty Bates and his crazy ass situation. And then he don't want to lose to SMU. And he lost. And you come in there asking him that? Like I said, the Tigers have just been defeated by SMU, their third straight loss. And an injury plague and a COVID-ravaged season that culminated in a disappointing 9-8 record at the time. In January, Memphis sucked. Hardaway's seat was getting warm as his program had yet to make the NCAA tournament. During his tenure, despite he beat Cal to it in Cal first 4 years in Memphis. Despite all the talent he recruited there. Yo, listen to me. I hate that freaking... And this what get me with the black coaches and the black coaches. Y'all got that. Your man came on here the other day. I just love that David Peavy. David Peavy said, Rob, I was getting heat, but I was getting it from the other black coaches, other black haters, the Negro naysayers. If it ain't nothing else, y'all gonna know I'm gonna get on you Negro naysayers' ass. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, go listen to something else. Because you don't have to do it. They always talking about all the talent that he's recruited there. Ain't but one person went to the NBA and his ass ain't played 20 games. James Wiseman. You can recruit all of these people who say they 5 stars and father. But if their ass ain't playing like 5 stars, they ain't no 5 stars to me. Told y'all about that ranking mess. I just said that. Maybe we need to go back and I'll read that thing in the beginning again. Jeremy, they don't care if you're human beings or not. People don't care. Fans don't care. Fan, y'all remember, is the root word for fanatic. You're fanatic about everything. And it's okay. I can't stop you from being a fan. But I'm just taking you through this article. Despite all the talent he recruited. Who else y'all know other than James Wiseman and Jalen Durham and Amani Bates? Yo, no, he ain't got all that talent. I tried to tell y'all, but they talking about, well, how he got to win now. He had 2 high school kids this year that listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy, they were in the 11th grade and they upped themselves and graduated early. Amani Bates just turned 18. Durham still 18, might be just you still might be 18. They are young. Young, go look in this tournament. Young ain't winning. You got Charlie Moore. It's a 6. Precious. Okay, Precious. Okay. Precious didn't play Precious. Thank you, Corey. Precious didn't play Precious. Precious didn't play Precious when he was at Memphis. I saw every game, Corey. Thank you for Precious. See, Corey, he ain't done. He did so much, Corey, I forgot about him. Thank you, Corey. My sentiment exactly. This man said, Nolly. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. You know, you know. This man said, Nolly. That is Moody. I hope you over there smiling to say that crazy ass shit. Nolly. Half the people on this feed don't know who the hell Nolly is. Nolly left another place to come there because he couldn't get what he wanted at Virginia Tech. And you talking about Nolly? And after Penny said this in a press conference, it felt like the world was coming down on the Tigers. Then something changed. The team got healthy and rallied. After losing to SMU at home, Memphis went on 12-2 over the next 14 games, made the NCAA tournament, won their first round game against Boise State, and were having their way with number 1 overall seed Gonzaga before losing 82-78. One possession game. And a game that proved that the question that Hardaway was once asked were indeed stupid. Let me read that again. In a game that proved that the questions that Hardaway was asked were indeed stupid. No one is questioning his commitment or talent now. They are too busy cheering. I had to share that with y'all. I got to take a quick break. But I just had to share that with y'all, man. Oh my God, we got to get better. Check this out.
Here's a list of upcoming events on all ticket attractions. Ice Cream and Friends at the Smart Financial Center. The last 4 remaining home Houston Rockets games at Toyota Center. Alice in Chains at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. Shingyong at the Wortham Theater. The No Cap Comedy Tour at the NRG Arena. And many more. If you don't see your event here, text, Facebook, or Instagram all ticket attractions to secure tickets for your favorite events. Now back to the Chop Shop with Hatter and Hicks, your midday sports happy hour.
That was kind of cool, wasn't it? See that, y'all? Y'all don't even have to worry about tickets no more. Hold on a second. Let me tell y'all something, man. I mean, I don't know. But just think about that sometime, y'all. Y'all got to help me. I'm just trying to educate. What my bad, Jason? I got you. I know what you meant, Jason. Jason, I want him to win too. But I'm not gonna tear them down because they don't. Because sometimes I feel I'm doing this show. What does it really mean? Is it rewarding personally? But if it's not changing things, it don't matter to me. I have to encourage these kids more. Timmy was not too much in that game. Timmy was too much in 5 minutes of that game, Tremaine Jordan. Go look at the whole game. His ass scored 4 points in the first half. Was looking bewildered. And they came out and made an adjustment. And the only problem, it wasn't that Timmy was scoring. Guess what? When he was scoring, Tremaine Jordan, guess what happened? We didn't have nobody that scored. And then we got 2 of our best players in foul trouble. Go watch the game. He wasn't too much. What, 10 points in 5 minutes? Yes, crucial point of the game. But if we were scoring, the ass get beat. We wasn't scoring. Basketball is a game of runs. We went on our run, they went on our run, but we couldn't come. It was a 2-point game. That last 2, I don't count. It was a 2-point game. So Timmy wasn't just too damn much. Guess what happened? You shut Kim ass down in the first half. Then you had to go shut something else down because that other kid was killing us. So y'all got to I'm just trying to help you study the game a little bit more. That's all. But I was just thinking about something. Hey, Archie, you got great influence out here with these kids. Archie, we got to encourage these kids more. This show gives me the opportunity to be taken seriously when I speak on certain topics. And I hope I'm opening the door that we can continue to have these kind of conversations that'll help us all. You know, like the conversation we had yesterday about a young man that when I saw him, I just thought he was one of the best kids I saw in high school basketball in Houston this year. Long, tall, big hands. And he go in a game over the weekend and score 4 points. And have a few rebounds. And his team missed 31 shots. So all I was saying was them 31 shots, consider them a pass to you and go get them. I don't want to mention the kid name again, Elton Thomas. Go back, do me a favor. Go back on YouTube and listen to yesterday's show. When he do something great, then I'm going to mention him a lot more. I'm not going to keep repeating. When I just don't think a player of that caliber should have 4 points and 6 rebounds. I don't care who he playing against. I looked at his talent, so it had more to do than talent. Okay, all right, okay. See, there we go again. Here go a crutch. Let me put this crutch up there. It's a crutch. I didn't say nothing about him having a bad game. When your team, Archie, missed 31 damn shots and you one of the tallest players on the team, you got to go get you half of them 31 rebounds. I don't want to hear about it. He played much better the next day. I don't want to hear about that. I'm talking about in that game. There's no such thing as a bad game. In a big game. He played against, I don't even want to go there again. But Archie, I don't need those kind of comments. You keep coming on the Chop Shop, I am going to debunk and retort them kind of comments. He had a good game in there. Ain't nobody talking about the good game he had next game. I'm talking about the effort. The hell, Robert Hatter saw you and thought you was the best, and you go and hit 4 points. Shit, you're making me look bad. He ain't making you look bad, Arch. Making me look bad. So that's why I addressed that. And that's to any kid. But like I said in the beginning, Archie wasn't there. Let me go back to the beginning. Let me put some groundworks in here. Let me put some groundworks in here, y'all, because a lot of y'all just came on. St. Peter's doesn't have a player on their roster that was ranked coming out of high school. They just beat Kentucky and Murray State. Advanced to the Sweet 16. AAU parents, Archie, video recorders, all of y'all, check this out. You need to focus on your kids' work ethic, love and passion for the game instead of rankings. Thank you, Lord, for sending me back there and getting me back there quick enough. I'm talking about this particular game. What was I at? Y'all know the reasons that I don't get on this show and talk negative about our brothers? I know how hard it is to make it in this world. I know what you mean, Archie. I know what you mean, baby. I got you. I know what you mean. But guess what? You just gave me some. You threw me. I'm a shark. You threw some blood in the water. I had to go. I had to go. Watch this. I know how hard it is. I'm trying to fulfill my purpose out here, y'all. We are here to help each other. We're not here to humiliate each other, especially on this show. That's why I do the show the way I do the show. Parents out there. Parents, yeah, Archie, you threw me a good one. I love that, Archie. It needed to be said. Archie, somebody else needed to hear that. Somebody tweeted me the other day and said, Robert, the greatest sports parents are those who let coaches coach, let officials officiate, are their kids' biggest support system, and spend more energy focusing on their child's character, work ethic than anything else. I know I need to repeat that one. And I probably need to say that every day on the show. In the beginning of the show, I made a tribute to a great young man named Ken Lofton Jr., who just put his name in the draft. I watched his mom and dad and him over the last 6 years. He grew up on a chop shop. The greatest sports parent, and most of y'all are sports parents, sports cousins, sports something, sports one. Shout out to Gerald Woods. He was up there supporting his team. TSU. The greatest sports parents, y'all, are those who let, this why this show need to be, listen, if you're on this show and don't share it, you are a generational thief, because you're robbing our next generation from this information. I convicted myself, so I can convict you. I told y'all myself, every time I walk by the library, I be convicted because I haven't wrote my book yet. I'm robbing. I got a journal where if something happened to me, people will be able to read my journal, but I got to put this thing in a proper perspective. People don't, but Robert, you're right. I just do. I haven't seen too many people books ain't nobody buying. I don't want the book just for y'all to buy it on the chop shop. It ain't enough for y'all. Y'all want to share the show. How in the hell you gonna buy a book? I want to buy a book that can impact a guy in Indonesia. I want to write a book that can impact a guy in the Orient. I want to write a book that it can impact a guy in Russia, so he won't grow up to be the next Putin. Guess what? Right on time. There he is. I caught him over there. I caught him giggling over there. But Jimmy, I want to repeat this again. I want to repeat it. I said the greatest sports parents are those who let coaches coach, officiators officiate, officials officiate, are their kids' biggest support system, and spend more time focusing on their kids' character and work ethic than anything else. Jimmy, I want to have a shout out to my girl. I ain't never met, but a friend of mine knows her well, and I get to meet her some point soon. I want to share y'all this. Where's she at? I know I put it up there. I got to share this with y'all. I know I got it. But shout out. They had a golf tournament, the Valspar golf tournament this weekend at Copperhead Golf Course. They played a golf tournament, and it is owned by Sheila Johnson. Go look her up. Sheila Johnson is truly the epitome of Black excellence. I've always admired her. She was one of those women that they call as a full wagon. That means you can hear her coming. A full wagon, you can hear a full wagon. Empty wagons are just about noise. Excuse me, you cannot hear her coming. I'm sorry. Who would imagine that a Black woman would own a major golf course 15 years ago? This is a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, for us to think the unimaginable, and let's have a great week and a great day. But Jimmy, I'm bringing you on, but I had to shout that lady out. I got the video. I'm going to play it a little bit, probably tomorrow on Women Rock Wednesday. Jimmy, when Golf Channel pan into the box, and I see her, a golf tournament with all of these predominantly white men in this golf tournament. So a Black woman owns the golf tournament that all these guys are on. And we got a woman, Ketanji Brown Jackson, is being nominated by the Supreme Court with a bunch of old 80-year-old white guys talking crazy to her. And she got to sit up there and say, unique paradox. I just wanted to share that with everybody because a lot of people just don't understand the dynamics. But Sheila Johnson, yes, that's Bob Johnson's wife, ex-wife, the former owners of BET. Sold BET, the Viacom, community property. He got a bill, she got a bill. And I think for $2 billion, she got half, he got half, and they split up. I don't know how they split up afterwards, but that's who that Sheila Johnson is. Shout out to her as Women Rock every day on this show. And I just wanted to share that with you. What you got, Jimmy?
I was just thinking on your comment a while ago about the best parents.
Uh-huh.
You say the best parents let the coaches coach, let the referees referee, and whatnot. And
right.
here's one to add to that. In today's society, I understand the element of that statement, but you and I both know that there have been selected referees who coincidentally seem to call certain calls against certain players, and parents notice this. And I'm not a biological parent, but I study those who are, and I listen to those that are, and I watch. And I would assume right now, those of you who are parents, that biological parents, part of your obligation up until a certain stage is to do your best to protect your kid. especially if you are in the building and somebody appears to be visibly slighting them. So that's where the space, I think, a lot of that PGW comes from, meaning that there are referees, and you how do you endure the referee? And that referee to this day, have you ever walked up to you and say, man, and explain, hey man, wasn't no hard feelings, man. I was just, hey man, I might have missed one, my bad. To this day, if that referee was dying of thirst, you wouldn't even pour piss in his mouth. That's what I'm so that goes on. Think about it. So that means other parents.
I think you missed. I can feel that way, but I never confronted him about it.
But I'm saying though, but neither one. That, you know what? You ain't even care to see him another day in your life once your son.
Absolutely. So I let him officiate. But guess what?
Walking in the Galleria and he's coming through the Galleria, the other side.
I'm gonna go on the other side.
What would you like to say to him? What you look like? Act like you didn't see him?
Exactly. I act like I didn't see him.
That's exactly my point.
Right.
So he gets a life sentence.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now guess what? Let's say if Boone coming through the Galleria.
Oh shit, I'm gonna go buy Boone something.
You see what I'm saying? So that goes into the element of a lot of times a parent, and I get it, but then there's a way to do it. Every parent doesn't have I call them emergency brakes to stop your car from running into a wreck. Your inner car, meaning that some parents are going to just to hell with it. I'm going to blow up because my son is not. I'm not going to sit here and watch this, whatever is happening to my son out here. There are ways and there's layers of which a lot of men out there do. They go in and say, man, the referee over there, man, don't give him my game. My son, I'll gain him a please. But why? What's going on? And they explain what's going on. And guess what? As an event operator, if we're thinking about safety, now referees are gonna get cocky. They're gonna think they're running this stuff. And I've had referees that walked off, and we fired referees on the spot. I don't give a care. We'll finish the game one referee. If it's some bullcorn going on, and I'm there and I see it. But then referees, they understand that they are a fraternity. So it's a way of which you do it. So me on my end, like I'm not going to go and grab the referee off the court. I'm going to call the referee assigner who assigned a referee. I'm going to text him, hey, yo, man, we got a problem. This referee on court so-and-so at this location, hey, man, he's doing some foul stuff. Please don't bring him back to my event. He on my scratch list. That's how I handles it. But meanwhile, what am I going to do today? Right now, here's a solution. Can you give him a call? I need him to go switch maybe to court 2 and swap with one of the referees, and they keep going. It's ways, but parents, you can't do it all on your own. We have security at events, and other events have security as well. There are different layers. Guess what? Everybody doesn't feel the need to have to go and get Harris County Sheriff deputies or HPDs. Those cost a lot more. And some events feel like, guess what? Until they grow to that point and they can handle it. Guess what? More power to them. But more parents, as you're saying, it's a way to do it. That's why you see so many parents, whether they be unioned or non-union, sitting separately at basketball games. Pay attention next time you go to one. They'll come in together, but they're going to sit in two when they might sit down together. But once that ball going there, Haller, where did you sit at? Did you sit with your son's
mother? I never sit with nobody. I always sit by myself.
A lot. And guess what?
Because I feel I'm at war, Jimmy. I feel like when I walk in that gym, I feel like I'm at war. I know people hating on my baby when I go in there. I already know it. So I just said, I'm not going to sit up there, because if I sit down there, you remember I told you I sit in the crowd. That's when your boy from Bel Air jumped his little happy ass up and going to talk about, yes, get his ass out of there when my son fouled out. And this dude worked for Bel Air, was the girls' coach at Bel Air, and said that right 5 feet from me. And I sit there and said, boy, I want to smack boogers out his nose, but guess what? I'm not going to be on a hard copy. So I just start taking my ass away and don't be around nobody. And let me qualify something, Jimmy, because They didn't hear the whole thing. And Ed, you're right. I should give him grace. But Ed, this particular person ain't got nothing to do with refereeing my son game. This dude refereed my games in the pro-am. He did the same thing. It was just against me. And guess what? I said this early in the show, Jimmy. It's not a crime. It's not a crime to protect your energy. If he was walking up the same size as me, if he was that down a thirst, Jimmy, I wasn't going to pee on him because I'm protecting my energy. I don't want to be that close to him. If he coming down the walkway, I might go to the other side. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a crime, Ed Russell, to protect your energy. I don't like to be around people that I don't like. Let me tell you something. I don't like everybody. I'm going to let you know. My name ain't Jesus. So I don't like everybody. Because I protect my energy. I don't let everybody in my space and in my company because I'm protecting my energy because I know these folks can make you lose your mind. But back to what I'm saying, Jimmy, I'm glad you said that about the refs, but I'm just talking to the parents, the great sports parents. Every parent ain't going to be great. So every parent ain't going to be no great sport. I'm talking about the great sports parents. These are the things that they do. I just wanted to make sure.
Sure. So we got of course a lot to go into, of course, throughout the week. Understand we're going to dip into and talk more about spring icebreaker conversation. But first, that'll be coming up shortly. And
I done talked about Junior now. I done gave Junior a whole trip. I done
so
gave him a whole 30 minutes.
So did you give the projection on how this plane is going to land possibly?
No. I just first of all, I just wanted to shout out he made his announcement today. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't my place to project.
Well, I can give you how this thing gonna land.
Okay.
It's Junior Lofton you talked about earlier. I'm not gonna get deep until we start from this point on. Of course, he's putting his name in the draft. So his head coach at Louisiana Tech has been hired at Tulsa. Mm-hmm. Right? Coach Kunkel is the new men's basketball coach at Tulsa. So now a lot of moving chairs. Of course, just earlier this morning, got Tim Jankovic at SMU is supposed to be retiring. So that job is going to be extremely hot, a hot job, because guess what? SMU got bread, and they have winning ways now. It just need to get Memphis and U of H out the way. They're right there with Wichita State, but them other two schools and U of H will be out the way. Guess what? In one more year, U of H is going to the Big 12. So SMU's got to hold on. They got to hold on. This new coach, you don't have to worry about them. Memphis is going to be Memphis. At one time, remember, at one time, UConn was in this conference. If you guys forgot, UConn was in this particular conference that SMU and U of H them was in. Now back to this. Junior Lofton is going to put his name in the draft. It's going to be great. And he understands what's in store, what's at stake. You do that because that's your legal right to do that. And it's a luxury because you can go and get graded and get the feedback from those GMs and those NBA programs on how they really feel about you. And if it's not, and then if somebody really, really like you, they'll tell you what we got to get. They'll put something on and lead you to believe that they may pick you at a certain point, or they will guarantee you to bring you in at summer league and work your way on in, right? Well, guess what? If that you have an option to go and seek that, or you know what? I can go and transfer to another school that's going to play a higher level of competition in conference play and see where the chips fall and show them what I can do against those guys, who many of those guys may be on the draft board or on various draft boards for the following year or so. And then now my stock goes up and I walk right in there and possibly fulfilling my dream as a first rounder. That's the goal for Junior Lofton. There are two schools right now that have their net. You know, you have this trampoline at the circus and you have the flying trapeze. Well, guess what? Junior Lofton, remember now, Tavin Helster recruited him, was at Louisiana Tech. He was the piece, the key component, the key ingredient to Louisiana Tech getting Junior Lofton from that side, from the coach's side of the fence, was Tavin. Tavin is now assistant coach at Texas Tech, who's rolling right now. People paying attention to you when you're in the Sweet 16, right? Didn't Texas Tech, did they win that Sweet 16, right?
They're in the Sweet 16, yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Now, so Tavin, that relationship with that assistant coach, that's why it's so good to maintain relationships even when you move on. They are still, that family still is very fond of Tavin. Now, would Junior want to go further away from home? Because that family is tight-knit. They would make that drive to Ruston, Louisiana on the regular from down in Port Arthur, Texas. Mr. Ken and Gina Lofton, the parents. So would that drive, you ain't making that drive to Lubbock. Now you get on a plane and go to Lubbock, but are they going to have the means to do so? Guess what? Don't even count that out no more, because a kid like Junior Lofton could do some name, image, likeness stuff, could do a couple of camps, which I think he has in place. And guess what? And that could go and serve as seed money to buy his parents plane tickets to various games if he chose to do so. So that part ain't a big problem. There's another school that was one of Junior Lofton's dream schools when he was in high school, at Port Arthur Lincoln, when they're going to state. Remember, they won the state championship at Port Arthur Lincoln with Kenneth Coleman as the head coach. That's University of Houston. He wanted U of H, but U of H was kind of, they were undecided because they figured, and guess what? If you look back last year in Final Four team, and when Junior was a freshman, that team didn't really have a need for Junior Lofton to come there and do what he did at Louisiana Tech. Junior Lofton would have to come there, had to get in line, and he wanted to play. So he went to a place where he could play immediately. He may not have been yielded because Fabian White, they didn't know Fabian White was going to get hurt. So think of this. University of Houston wants, well, he's in the portal now. So, yeah, they want Junior Lofton. Junior Lofton want U of H. Texas Tech, I don't know, can't speak for the head coach, but I know Tavin Helster want Junior Lofton. Junior Lofton likes Tavin Helster. Those two where it starts at. Those two are where it starts.
Well, see, I didn't want to cover that part because it's your part, so keep going. I just covered the NBA part. All of this stuff here, I knew this information, but it wasn't for me to share. But keep going.
Yeah, and Doug throws something in that's very possible. Don't be surprised. I mean, what if Tavin Helster gets the Louisiana Tech job? I think that at the end of the day, Junior Lofton is probably going to choose to go to a greater conference than to play against a greater level of competition. That's business. His heart would want to go if he came to Louisiana Tech, Taverny. Yeah, but this is business. And even Tavin Helster would understand that.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If it was a year ago,
Jimmy, I'm going to be real with you. Junior has outplayed that league.
He's outgrew those britches.
That's why that's why he's going to the draft. All he needs is one team to like him and said, "Look here, I want you now because I see what because I might not be able to get you later. If I can get you now, if I like your workouts, I can give you a promise. Don't work out for nobody else. And I got you. If they like him that much, it's just a lot of stuff can happen, Jimmy, on the pro side. I didn't want to go that far yet because I wanted to get a little bit further down the road. These workouts are very important because they know he's a talent now because I've talked to him. They know he's a talent. But the key is to Junior because of his stature. They want to know, will he be the next Joker? Remember, Joker was a little thick when he came in. Or the next Zion. They don't know Junior as much as we know him. All they do is look at his stature and just think he eats everything. So I'm just telling you what the NBA people say to me. Robert, is he going to be the next Joker or the next Zion? Those are but all they need is 30 teams. All they need is one to like it. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to share that.
Now we have a question, Hatter. I'll toss it to you.
Okay.
Your profession. And I can give my opinion on it. And that is Frank White asked, he didn't ask, he states NBA scouts don't care about what conference you play in. It's basketball, not football.
They don't. They don't. That's why they at Toledo watching games, like Chris Walker said, Jimmy, they got somebody at every damn game because they don't want to miss. They hiring all these damn scouts. They got to put them to work. They don't want to miss. They know they can miss. You follow me? So right now, it don't catch Jimmy. If they finding a kid that's playing over in Greece with no shoes on, you know they're going to be able to find a guy. And guess what? And most time our colleges don't miss, but sometimes it is a junior. Sometimes Jimmy, you know what they're looking for at Toledo? Who gonna be the next Ja Morant? Because Ja Morant wasn't Ja Morant when he got out of high school. He had him on the bench in the summer league. So I have to agree with Frank because I know that they saying, man, if they can play, we're going to put them in this environment and see what. But, Jimmy, they prefer guys who's played at Kentucky and in the big conference because that's easy for them, Jimmy. That's the easy part. It's easy for them. It's hard to go find a Ja Morant, and that's what they're looking for because they feel Ja is not an outlier. It's some more out there. So
we do it all the time.
Huh?
We do it all the time on various levels.
Yes.
Whenever a player has performed at a certain level against certain competition.
Jimmy, hold up, Jimmy. Hold that. Slim, I said Zion eating his way out the league. That's the comparison. Listen to what I said. I ain't talking about no skill set. Because Zion, if he wasn't hurt, he'd be killing in the league. I'm talking about I said maybe I wasn't clear enough. You're going to be Joker, work yourself in shape, work your body in shape to be a better pro. Or Zion, work yourself out of shape and be a worse pro. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's clarification to it. That's okay.
Now, I just want to get that clear. But keep going.
Now, what I was saying is we all do it. Just say there's a player in high school right now that's made MVP of his district in one of the toughest districts in the area in the 6A classification. He hasn't played on the sneaker circuit, right? So, but he averaged about 20.
Who hadn't played on the sneaker circuit? Who?
This one particular kid right now in 11th grade in Greater Houston.
Oh, okay.
High school.
Right.
He averaged about 23 points a game this year.
Okay.
Made MVP. When he was picked as MVP, it pissed off other people in the district. They went on social media saying, oh, man, other parents basically saying, oh, well, how you get MVP? He got MVP. Now
I heard that.
He's performing on his grassroots team. And then so what happens now is, well, okay, you've mastered while playing against the rest. How would he fare? Because that's one of the sneaker programs who's really contemplating bringing this young man in. They're probably going to bring him in, right? So now this will be his first time, not just playing on a platform of such, but it's the 17 under platform, which is a totally different monster. Totally different monster. And it's hard to explain because certain passes that you can get away with against non-major Division I prospects, those other guys are a step faster. They are 2 inches longer. They're stronger. on a whole. So will he be able to? So you know, some kids, when you say college baskets, some kids can go all the way to the hole and do all his layups and go all up in there and do all this stuff and get the ball up in there. And people say, well, he won't be able to do that at the next level. You hear coaches say that all the time, and that's what they mean. So that means, well, let me see him do this against these guys. Well, this particular young man, he's going. If he goes to get the EYBL, they're wondering, oh man, will he be able to, how would he be able to fat in? I'm like, well, hell, he won't be the first, he won't be the last. If you need him, then that's one thing. But if you want him, then he's worth the risk. You know, who knows? But my point is, you want to see if he could do it against other talent. That was the thing about Junior Lofton. Junior Lofton had went to state before he joined the Houston Hoops. He had won state. So people were saying, and Junior Lofton was that double-double at Port Arthur Memorial High School, and people were saying, well, let's see if we can do it against some EYBL boys. We're going to show him he undersized from the time he was 6'6". Maybe 6'5" and some change. So that was the thing. Man, he's a below the rim. He's not going to protect the rim. Looking at on the defensive side. And my thing was, don't worry about that. You have a rim protector on the other side. You don't, and that's your job. You ain't gonna have 2 6'6". So what Junior Lofton did, he started with the Houston Hoops. That's the Nike sponsored grassroots program. And he platooned off the bench. He was not initially the starter. He waited till opportunity presented himself, and he got a break for playing time. A break. I mean, everybody needs a little break, a little luck. And Junior went out there and put a double-double up on the team. I think he had a double-double in the first half. And the Hoops won the game. Then he come out there again. So now you got to start him. And next thing you know, Junior Lofton became the darling because he has that Gomer Powell-ish persona. He has that, oh my gosh, that old jolly, you know, G. Willikers. You know, he's a jokester. He's a funny comic young man. At the time, kid. And so Junior Lofton continued to play, and then when more people realized the storyline, this dude was 6'1" and went and grew 5-6 inches in like a 9-month span. And when that happened, now you see the guard skills of him able to pass out of the double team, him able to see the floor like he sees it, him able to go and do. You can understand.
But Jimmy, this same kid you're talking about that you think got to go to another league to get better, he played against the best around the world when he went to USA Basketball. I think he was busting Chet Holmgren's behind in practice, and they didn't let him play against him. Put Chet on him no more in practice. So these people have seen this. I'm just telling you. I know you're saying him have go to a better conference and play against these guys constantly. But guess what, Jimmy? It's guys in these conferences already that's playing against these guys already. Ain't nobody ain't nobody thinking about their ass. There's some guys play on some of these teams. They're in this tournament right now. Ain't nobody thinking about them in the NBA. But they're thinking about Junior. I know because I've had conversations with them. So, but you're right. If he don't get the right read from the teams, if he want to go and play basketball again and keep playing basketball at U of H or wherever, hey, a great job. But I think Junior wants to go and prove that, man, U of H, back then you didn't want me, but now I'm hot. I'm still on you. Or whatever the guy, the rapper said. But I just, they know. Let me tell you something, man. They know, because when Chris Walker came on the show, he said one of his scouts said he was headed to see Toledo play. Chris said, ain't nobody in Toledo can play with it. He said, man, we got to go see every player. We got to go watch St. Peter's now. You know, but that coach ain't going to be there next year. Somebody finna get him a bag. But we got to go. Y'all got to watch. St. Peter's didn't have no guy that just stepped out. Hey, Texas had a kid come off the bench, Jimmy. I didn't see him in the beginning of the season with the hair. I forgot his name. He was pulling that thing up from everywhere. I said, where the hell did he come from? So it's just so much stuff can happen. The NBA, I mean, just remember, the NBA is not guaranteed to nobody. So I just like to keep that open because people think because you go to the draft. No, man, it's a process. Junior trying to see how I stack up. Junior feel. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. He better than anybody playing on TV and NBA or anybody. That's what Junior got that a lot of kids don't have. A lot of them kids think they can play in the NBA. Junior feel he better than some of the people in the NBA. That's what I think about him.
Yeah.
I think about
so
it.
we rooting for Junior Lofton as he endures this. And I see Alfio slid the cool's comment in there. Put it on the screen for Alfio. Alfio, you trying. I see you.
Man, nobody want to go to no damn Austin. I saw that mess. I'm not putting that on the broadcast.
No, Alfio is talking about probably South by Southwest.
Okay, South by Southwest. Okay. I know what he's talking about. They got a new stadium about to be erected up there.
So, but he definitely he will be one of the hotter commodities. And if he chooses not to pursue the NBA this go round as Junior Lofton. Also,
and Melvin Deuce, Jimmy, some of these people, I guess you got to put it where the ghost can get it. He said, should a player go to the draft with one promise from one? I didn't say
that's a question.
Promise.
It's a question.
No. Should a player?
It's a question. It's a question.
Okay.
He asking you a question.
How often do a team make a promise to a player? Okay. All right.
Yeah. So he asking you the question. You in the profession.
Teams make promise to players every year. Teams can come and tell you don't work out for nobody else, man. I got you. They can do whatever hell they want to do. Don't go work out for nobody else. He come to that first workout. Let's say he go to Memphis.
Oh, there you go.
I'm a homer. Hey, let's say he go to Memphis and just, wow, he can play it. Damn, he remind me of Zach Randolph. Wow, that's why I use that analogy, Jimmy. He remind me of Zach Randolph. He ain't over the rim, but they still can't stop him. And Memphis said, look here, Junior, shut it down. Don't work out for nobody else. I got you. We got a promise. That happens all the time. That happens all the time. That happens.
And so now the second part of that question was, he had a second part. And
should a player go to a draft off one promise?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Ain't no 10 people gonna give you no promise. Ain't no 4 people gonna give you no promise. It's one team gonna like you. One team, because guess what? You can't play with one team until they get rid of your ass, then you go trade it somewhere else. It's just all it takes. If one of them owners and get with your representative and they got a good relationship with your guy. Now, if it's your guy, he might not have no juice. I don't know. I don't know what might. But if your guy got some juice, said, nigga, excuse me, dude, you tell me exactly. I mean, it's an agreement that's made, y'all, that I shouldn't be talking too much about, but it's an agreement that made. You're going to be sure. You're going to be sure that this person going to draft. This is not like the Houston Rockets telling everybody. They didn't tell us. They just told other people that we got 3 picks. One of these picks, you bring Rashard Lewis in and you don't pick him with now one of the 3. And now one of them 3, you don't even know who the 3 people they even drafted that year. But you remember who Rashard Lewis. We ain't they didn't never promise him. They just said we got 3 picks. And people just assume if you got 3 picks in the first round, you're going to take a kid from Houston. And they didn't. So that they didn't give a promise, Jimmy. But if somebody give you a promise, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
Okay. Now, also, we got our shifting gears. We I guess it's gonna be some good dialogue for the next what it is. It's 36 minutes past the hour. For the next 9 minutes, we'll open up the conversation. Deshaun Watson now has a deal in place with the Cleveland Browns that's going to make him the highest paid player in the NFL. It's guaranteeing him, it's guaranteed at $230 million. Guaranteed, despite having 22 civil cases accusing him of some type of misconduct or assault pending in civil courts. A lot of females in the media, in sports media, have been voicing their disdain for this decision. And there's a great fraternity in female in media. Now, all of them don't necessarily have to like each other. It's like all AKAs don't like each other, but they're still a sorority. So all Deltas don't like each other. They're still a sorority. So all female media. Remember, we had a couple of instances with ESPN with female. You could tell that wasn't fond of each other, and their conversations got leaked to the media, which cost one or two of them their jobs. This situation, hell, and one of them went on social media. She has a podcast or something, and I think that was Michelle Beadle, and so she was one that went out, and among several, they're ganging up on against the decision of the NFL allowing this to happen. Now, do you think it's the money? I think adds insult to injury, because the money part of how much you think for you pissed off at Aaron Rodgers for making his move. Then think about Deshaun Watson. He did a super job at one point he opened his mouth, I think, twice. The last time he went and asked the media, "Why y'all covering me? Don't y'all got something better to do?" And somebody influenced him to shut the hell up. And you didn't see him making any more comments. That was the smartest thing that they could have done to him. Smartest thing he couldn't have done. Because that means you would enable more people to get pissed off. He did a great job staying out of sight, out of mind. You didn't, and trust me, he and his fiance, they're very, very, hell, she has what, 7-digit followers on social media.
That's not his fiance, Jimmy.
Oh, not his fiance. Oh, his
girlfriend.
His girlfriend.
Right.
His girlfriend.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
She has 7-digit social media followers. So they did a super job. That means people following her around paparazzi style, trying to see her where she going. They did a great job staying unnoticed. What's your thoughts on Deshaun?
I got a take. I'm gonna give you my take, and I didn't want to talk about this. I didn't talk about it yesterday intentionally. I didn't want to talk about it because it's just too much. It's too much. Yes, he did receive a new contract. Y'all got to realize he didn't even have a chance to utilize the old contract he just signed. He signed an extension with the Texans. It never came into place because it was an extension. He had another year left. So he got a new deal. Okay, number one. First of all, that got me, Jimmy, surprised me a little bit. It was the destination, Cleveland, and I know it even had to surprise Deshaun Watson, because I know for a fact he was planning on going to Atlanta, and as a second choice, New Orleans. Okay. Then he goes to Cleveland. And then you hear the terms of the deal. Y'all follow me? It started to make sense, a little more sense to me when I looked at the numbers. He had 230 million reasons to go to Cleveland, because Arthur Blanks wasn't giving him that, and Miss Benson wasn't giving him that. There was 80 million away from that. Then the picture became a lot clearer to me. Then I turn to the historic nature of the deal. I don't think it would have been a pick difference had it happened initially, before those 22 women, 23, 24, whatever, accused him of sexual misconduct and sexual assault. Like I said, it wouldn't have changed. So this is an indictment to me on the NFL. It's incredible that after all of this and all of these accusations, his trade value was seemingly not affected 1 cent. Some people thought the Texans would get even more than they did. Which you got to remember, Jimmy, when you get 3 first picks, it's still only the second time in NFL history that anybody has ever got 3 first-round picks for a player. But what prohibited more second-round and third-round picks is because he had a no-trade clause. So he couldn't he could nix any trade that he didn't want and the Houston Rockets didn't want. I mean, Houston Texans didn't want. That wouldn't have been indifferent than if he had not been accused of these women. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. These are the same deals that was on the table. Y'all got to understand that it's been deals on the table before this ever. You know, he said he was coming out. People wanted him then. A lot of teams wanted. I heard over half the teams in the league wanted him, Jimmy. So it seems based on this deal and the historic nature of this deal, because Alfio mentioned the historic nature of the deal, Jimmy, that 22 women accused him of sexual misconduct and sexual assault. He got 22 pending civil actions and 9 criminal complaints. None of them ended up mattering in the end because of his value in the NFL. That was surprising. In that first year, Jimmy, they have $1 million base salary. That's why they redid the deal. The first year is $1 million. Because guess what?
Yeah.
They know he's going to get suspended in that first year. So they backloaded the deal due to the suspension was inevitable by the NFL. And should the NFL had issue with this? And the reason I asked that, but then I thought about it, NFL didn't have issue when you remember when they suspended Tom Brady? Tom Brady, the year before, he knew they were going to suspend him. He reworked his deal so that year he wouldn't be making that much. So when they find him, he went. So it didn't happen before. So the Browns are acting, to me, they're aiding Watson in circumventing the NFL punishment phase. He's supposed to get punished, Jimmy. That's why the suspension is supposed to be a punish. But $1 million, Jim, off $1 million, let's say 7 or 8 games. He ain't gonna be out of a 200-something thousand. So the league. I'm sorry. Come on.
That's calculated, and that's really smart, and that's like for the Cleveland Browns to do that. That's basically telling the NFL.
No, they ain't telling the NFL. They telling the fans, the women, because the women mad. NFL ain't mad. NFL wants. Oh, hold on. The NFL wants Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson tell tickets, Jimmy. Deshaun Watson sell tickets, Jimmy. He can't, he's a little freak, but he sell tickets. And I know Jacques Amant said he innocent to proven guilty. Let me tell you something. Jacques Amant, if 2 people come up here and say, 2 women come up here and say something about Jimmy, your ass gonna believe it. If 2 women just come on here, 22 women? Y'all know if one person come and tell you, well, Odyssey this and Odyssey this, y'all gonna believe it. So I know he's innocent to people. Let me tell you something, man. Jimmy, I mean, it's a unique situation. And I don't know. All I know is 23 women accusing him of sexual assault basically amounts, and all of this basically amounts to nothing. He got $80 more million. Then that's why he went to Cleveland. Everybody, he don't like Cleveland. He like that money. Arthur Blank said, hell no. Miss Benson said, hell no. So it's just a unique situation, Jimmy. I can't, cause I got a daughter, Jimmy. And if that did that to my daughter, I was gonna either whoop his ass. One of us was gonna be in jail. I'd have caught him on one of these golf courses that I know he be on and bust him dead in his mouth. Jimmy, if he did it, I don't know what happened.
Say if he did it. That's if you think he did it.
Yes, if I think it. If my daughter come to me crying, saying Clarence Harrison did something to her, I ain't answering no questions.
Yeah, and we said the same thing. We said the same thing with R. Kelly. If that would have happened to my daughter,
of course.
Remember now, people used it in the favor of R. Kelly at the time. People said, man, if that's true, ain't no way in the hell that daddy gonna be sitting there and ain't doing nothing. You're gonna go all the way over there to Chicago and they want to go up in there. So different people.
You're right. I understand it. All I'm sitting here saying is, it could have been your daughter. All I'm thinking about this is Calvin Ridley played a parlay for $1,500, and they taking away $11 million of his contract. This dude got 22 criminal complaints, 9 criminal complaints, 22 civil complaints, and he gets to redo his deal. He already had a deal that he ain't used yet, Jimmy, and redo his deal so he can get $1 million his first year, which was creative. Tom Brady did it. I understand it. But Jimmy, it's a farce. So the women got a reason to be mad. Women, y'all, that's why I'm not celebrating this deal. I'm glad a brother getting some money.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to sit here and it's just hard for me.
You know how this thing is going to end. They basically, how many years is this deal? 5?
Yeah.
So basically, they're telling you that they are not going to settle with those 22 plaintiffs until at least his attorneys is going to string this thing out in the civil courts
for money.
At least until 2027.
Listen to me. No, Deshaun shouldn't allow that because he ain't got the money yet, Jimmy. You can't sue nobody on the money he ain't got. Don't wait to then. You want to settle now.
No, but how do we know in the contract it doesn't have a kicker clause though on the Cleveland Cavaliers?
You want to Jimmy. In the contract, it's not a criminal thing. He is not going to be criminally. You got to realize in a civil court, they're looking for money. He got to determine how much. They ain't looking to convict him no more. That's over. The grand jury said no. So the NFL is all right. That's why the people said, let's sign now. Y'all notice how soon as this happened, how quick they got the ball moving? The NFL said if he's not criminally convicted, he good. But Roger Goodell still can come in and say, man, I'm fining you for conduct detrimental to the league. He can fine it. So, but what I'm saying is, I think the point I think we're missing is, he should go see. Always remember, y'all, the longer the silver suit goes on, it's all about a monetary judgment. The more money that Deshaun got to pay, lawyer fees, all that. The longer the lawyers try to draw this out, Deshaun need to say, man, what you want? What? Because I think he ain't gonna have to pay about half of them. Because I think a couple of them are kind of weak. He need to get to them girls right now and say, man, hey, what? Because see, Jimmy, he ain't got that money yet. He said, what, I got to pay you. I got to pay you. Because all the Silver Suit is, I want money. I want money. That's what Silver Suit is. We want a monetary judgment. So guess what? He got to get to somebody and say, he got to get to him and say, hey, man, hey, but Rusty Hardin said, no, let it draw out to 5 years, 7 years like you wanted to.
Yeah.
So Rusty Hardin going to have 25 to 30 million in his pocket.
Because the public, understand, the day that he settles, that's going to be ammunition for females abroad. I didn't realize the statistics that almost 40% of the NFL, according to one of the reporters on ESPN, almost 40% of the tickets holders are female. Now I'm getting twisted. It could be in the name of the wife, but they female almost 40%. And as that, understand, we're talking about a black man. Don't y'all forget this.
We know what we're talking about. But he ain't no regular black man. Hey, he a green man to Roger Goodell. You talking about black. He a green man to Roger Goodell.
But that's Roger Goodell. I'm talking about female fans, female ticket buyers. Once they start to galvanizing with that narrative.
How many of the girls was white? Because the females ain't gonna, them white females ain't gonna galvanize if it's just black girls getting hurt. I'm just telling you, that history done showed you that.
Well, all of them wasn't black, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
how many. I don't know how many of them were black. Yeah. All of them wasn't black for sure.
But all I'm saying is, man, I mean, it's just a situation that I hope, and I don't think he done learned his lesson. If this didn't happen, them girls and somebody in Cleveland, they just get ready for it. This Jimmy, if this a sickness he got, he gonna keep doing this because y'all done gave him this money. Y'all done gave this man NBA money, man.
They moving to Cleveland, Buffalo. They moving. You gonna see him walk to the airport
with the flip
flops on? Hey,
this what got me, man. This what got me. Y'all help me.
They gonna go working out. You can tell. You see him in the airport with that little bit with that carry on when they walking with the flip flops on with the fur on the over the toe right there by the feet. They got the fur on the fur flip flops on, and they going working with them Lulus on. They finna go working.
Listen to me, Jimmy. And this hard, y'all, because it's not funny to me. But y'all, I got to. This is sickening to me, so I got to think about. I'm sitting there thinking about these girls. Okay, they said all 22 of them, Jimmy. All 22, 23. He met on social media.
He did what?
All 3 of them, he contacted them through social media. All 23 of them, all 24. He ain't never pick up the phone. All 3 of them, he hit him in the DM. Jimmy, I want somebody to come and check my DM. I ain't got one DM to nobody in America. I'm sitting there saying, this man on the DM, he got it. This man, hold on. Yeah. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, Jimmy. Jimmy, the girl come from Atlanta said, I ain't got no massage table. I ain't no masseuse. That's all right. This dude go over to the Texas facility and get their massage table and that's how the Texans knew everything about it. And Jimmy, now you can realize why he started being mad at the Texans. I don't want to be around, because they was in his business. They was finding out. They know about this stuff. They was in his business. I don't want to play with them no more. Man, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's a unique situation. I didn't want to talk about it because I knew I was going to come here with it, Jimmy, but you had to come over here. Jimmy, let's talk about high school basketball. Let's leave this shit. Let's leave these pros alone. Let's leave them alone.
I got one more that I want to just enlighten you guys on. It's another topic we hardly ever talk about, especially this time of the year, but it is very, very much news right now. And it's going to be on the back pages of most columns and most programs. It's baseball season. It's coming up. And I'm really feeling good about this because you guys know how I expressed my thought on this topic a while back, more than once, and I felt that it was, and the media that's surrounding this did a super job of turning the other cheek on this story, and now the chickens are about to come home to roost. On yesterday, an appeals court on the Second Circuit, and I'll read some of the article, of course. They affirmed a ruling that was in 2020 that had ordered a letter, right, that was written by the commissioner of Major League Baseball detailing the sign-stealing investigation of the New York Yankees. It's been ordered it's been sealed since right before the Astros, since the time when the Astros got their decision, they rendered to them. For basically got the equivalent of not a death penalty, but they got the book slammed at them. And remember the accusation in which it was known Boston Red Sox also was under investigation because the Red Sox and the Yankees had both told it on each other. Believe it or not, Yankees told it on the Red Sox. The Yankees told it on the Red Sox. Red Sox told it on the Yankees, and then Cora had came from the Astros. He caught in the crossfire. That's how the stuff trickled on back to the Astros. So here's what happened. I'm gonna read this to you. This comment from the New York Yankees this is in the court documents. Their claim, because they wanted the letter to stay sealed, it would result, make it public would result in severe reputational damage. So what do you think inside of that letter? If the New York Yankees themselves argued that if they unsealed this investigation, this summary, it would cause severe reputational damage. Right? Now, Yankees fans, they're going to say, they're going to brush it under the rug. They're going to downplay it. But the accusation is, in a nutshell, in case you missed it, back in the day, a few years ago, Boston Red Sox was accused of using an Apple Watches to cheat and steal signs. They were using, remember, Apple Watches had first just came out. So they were on the front line of technology, using the Apple Watches in the dugout to steal signs and relay messages. So players had the watches on and pie out. Some players wore watches. So the Yankees told it on them. The Boston Red Sox say, well, the Yankees used a television network, I think it was called Yes TV, the Yes Network, that the cameras in center field behind that goes in and show the pitcher from behind when he's in the windup to show the catcher. So that camera in center field could beam in and still used to be used and give you a direct beam, and you got that view. In the dugout, you're not supposed to get that view from that camera. No, you got to have 7 cameras, at least 7 angles. So you're not supposed to get that angle in the dugout. Well, guess what? That angle was going into the Yankees dugout. So it became known, how people give up people. Because when you fire a disgruntled employee, just like the Astros, the pitcher who left the Astros went to the Oakland A's. He was the proponent of putting the Astros out there. Told all their business. Well, guess what? And the Astros were like, wait a minute. We ain't the only one doing this stuff. And then, they got immunity for their testimonies. Well, that didn't happen with the Yankees. Because they didn't even do that. They didn't even go further in that because they knew it would crumble. It would bring Major League Baseball to its knees with just coming out of the steroid scam era. Now you're getting into the cheating era of new magnitudes, meaning that there's always been cheating in baseball, but it was the old-fashioned way. If you got enough savvy, you're savvy enough, and you can see good enough to reach the second baseman or the shortstop to read that back catcher. I mean, if you're on second base, and you're on second base, and you stay there a little while, and you try to pick up a couple of pitches from that, then that's what, more power to you. You don't want a guy cheating, don't let him get to second base. That's how the old school of baseball was. Well, now you have this, and I'm gonna tell you something. This could possibly, I'm quite sure the Yankees are gonna probably go and try to file to, I don't know if that's the end of it or they got other legal means of which they can dispute this, but this is an appeals court, and I think it should be done. Maybe they can go to the Supreme Court with it, and but I just want to let you guys know. You go and Google it, stay tuned to it, dig it up, and check it out. And of course, Mindy, she's asked on if you're looking in the Boom Boom Room. You guys, can you share the show right now if you haven't done so yet? I know it's late in the day. We're about to land the plane. We're not going to. We got basically 6 minutes less, and we're done for the day. Now, Jimmy, are you upset with Correa? 3 years. I thought he wanted a long-term deal. It's obvious that Carlos Correa wanted to get out of Houston. He had been there long enough. But each of his years in that 3-year deal, he has an option out after every year. The Astros, they could have easily matched that $33 million, but were they going to hold themselves on the hinge and give him an option out like that after every year? Every year in this new deal, he has an opt out. So, but at the same time, you lost him for nothing. That was the thing that I didn't, what we get Verlander back this year. We boasted up the pitch in the bullpen this year. We didn't really want Greinke back. He's gone back to his old team. You got the core of your lineup back. You have one of the hottest young prospects. Put it like this. When Carlos Correa started with the Astros back in like 2013 or so, he was a rookie. So we have another young man who the Astros is telling us this is the next Carlos Correa. We have no reason to not believe them, because guess what? They knocked out the park with not only Correa but Altuve. They both were homegrown. They had to go and they took chances. Of course, they were rebuilding at the time, right after Bo Porter left as manager. I think Altuve was the last year. His first year was Bo Porter's last year. They signed Altuve for $5,000. Did you guys know that? His first contract, the Houston Astros, when they signed him to a minor league deal, was for $5,000. Straight off the boat. So their return on their investments has been astronomical. I'm not mad at Correa. We're gonna be okay. We got Bregman on third still. You got Altuve still on second. You got your first baseman still. We got a change in back catcher. We lose Maldi, but at the same time, they were working in young guys already. So anyway, that was the thing on that. We got the unsigned senior showcase from the spring icebreaker. Melvin Duse, who were some of your standouts at the unsigned senior event at the spring icebreaker. Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day and Archie Young will have those reports out in the next 24 hours. Me, I can give you fragmented details of who did well, but then I would rather wait until their reports come out, which should be in the next 24 hours. I didn't get to see all the games, and that would be the reason why. So my job was to put that thing together, to make sure the college coaches were there, which they were. It was 2 coaches on each bench. And I know people, I heard people calling other people, hey, what is it looking like over there? Is the college coaches there? So for you to call and ask somebody such a thing, that means there was doubt. And what have I done with an event? Name the event that I've presented to you guys with unsigned senior showcases where there was not college coaches there. Has there ever been one where there was not college coaches there? So what the hell? And those of you, I know some out there, you listen, you choose who you allow to influence you. So I got the calls back, parents, what do you think, man? Our coach said we're going to play anyway tomorrow in the icebreaker. Listen, y'all do what you want to do. This event don't need you there. Because coach is going to be there offering scholarships. And I know for a fact that I spoke with one of the coaches who was in attendance, and he's as offered, and he's supposed to have a commitment or from at least one of the players. And he's a player that's ranked in the top 20 in the city. Was in there. Picked up an offer. He picked up an offer. I know one. I haven't checked with all the college coaches yet. I know one kid that got an offer and he committed. And if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to be committing any day now, if he hadn't done so already. That's beautiful. So now for $75, you got a scholarship. That's how you look at it. And $75 and waking up out of your day and changing your plans on Friday to March 18th. For $75, understand, put it like this. There are going to be many colleges that's going to hold tryouts on their campuses. And those things come with a fee. It's going to be anywhere from $25 to $50 a player. When you go to a college and do a tryout, they invite you down, they bring you down, y'all gonna have a tryout. And guess what? Somebody may very well get, that may be for 1 to 2 offers, tops. So it may be 40 kids there. And guess what? Those fees go to help the assistant coaches in their budget, in their traveling budgets. So that's what the money, they, after all, they the one that goes out and beat the streets, some of those coaches. So that goes, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But what this event did, instead of you going to one and paying your $25, we had about 16 college coaches there. So you got 16 of them you got to try out in front of, you got to audition in front of for only $75. You do the math. Now, I could have did all this math before to everybody, and a player out there can tell you that I call them up and say, hey, please come. And I make this stage for you. I make sure the college coaches are going to be there. And I utilize the services of Coach Russell Van Lanningham, Coach V. And guess what? We put the thing together. It was pretty organized. Our referees showed up late, which delayed us for about 30 minutes. Other than that, it was smooth sailing over that place. Smooth sailing. And thanks and applaud all of y'all. Yes, seniors picked up offers, Melvin Dudes on the site. Yeah. It's a couple of them picked up offers on site. I just haven't did roll call. I know Tyree Davis from Dawson High School picked up an offer, 2 offers from there. I know he did for certain. And I know that there are other kids that picked up offers. Yes, I just don't want to go to name it without let me get the intel from Coach Van Lanningham and find out which all others, because he can ask the coaches which kids did they offer. The coaches will tell us. They may not tell you, but they will tell us. I just haven't did roll call. So that's it. That's it, guys. And as for the day, once again, it's time to slide on down Dino's back. And let me see what. Well, we'll wait. We'll wait till Hal to get back in.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm gonna put me back in there right quick. Hold on, I'm here.
And
I was just letting you do your thing.
Meanwhile, you guys, somebody asked yesterday, and I'm going to. I think it's somewhere on our website about transfer portal. I remember Doug putting it out, or it may be in the VIP news. And there's a list of players that's from Greater Houston, right? They went to high schools in Greater Houston that I thought I saw it somewhere. I gotta ask Doug, where did he put it at? I saw it on the website, or it might have been on last. That's what it is. We have to update it and put in last week's. We'll put it on the website for your viewing pleasure. And let me try to do it right now for you guys. I'm gonna try to update this thing while we're on the site, because somebody asked, and I saw the list, and it's kind of cool because Doug is updating it every day. And yeah, here it is. Let's make sure he got it in the right place. Yes, he had it in the wrong place. Here you go. Right. Let me get this thing out there for you guys. This is kind of cool. Closed. Now, Doug has been updating, hadn't been on the site. So now go to RCS Sports. How is it there?
What?
Is it there on the front of the webs of RCS Sports?
Oh, I had look.
Yeah, there it is. The Greater Houston's transfer portal. And you guys can you go and
wait a minute. Greater Houston transfer portal. What you mean?
Yeah.
College transfer portal, summer basketball transfer portal.
College.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you'll be able to see the different players at different schools who have put their name in the portal, transfer portal, and it's updated every day. Which now, remember now, Junior Lofton hasn't put his name in the transfer portal. He's declared he's going to the draft. So he has not gotten in the portal yet. So that means that schools, technically aren't supposed to be messing with him, but we know how that stuff go. The school don't. They'll get the middleman, somebody has a liaison, and let them know, send them a hey big head, and you go from there.
So Jimmy, how here the greater? Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you see some of those names. Bakari Lestrap is leaving Woodlands Christian. He's leaving IUPUI. You got Braylon Bush. We know he left McNeese at the break. Corey Nicholson's leaving Lamar. Damari Williams, that's an old name. Remember, he left Houston, Hatter, and went to Arizona State. And moved to Arizona for his senior year of high school. He was at Fulshire High School. And he went there because Arizona State promised him they would take him. They had him an offer. So he goes and moves and plays with a high school, Dream City, a prep school in Arizona. And sure enough, Arizona State honored their offer, but he didn't play. And people from down there was like, man, but he did. Guess what? I would have probably moved my kid there as well if that's the only way they was going to honor the offer. They honored it. You got the experience. So know what happens now? He's probably not going to get that level of an offer, but the schools one level below, they'll take a chance on it. Rice will take a chance on him if he's that type of student. Lamar.
I'm sorry. Come on, keep talking.
Also, Jamel Pink is leaving Detroit Mercy. Now understand this transfer portal. It includes walk-ons and scholarship players. Because walk-ons, the transfer portal that's the real portal, it includes all of those. You know, you got Jordan Ivy Curry, he's leaving UTSA. Justin Hill started at Longwood. He's ready to leave. Kason Harrison is leaving Lamar. Riley Abercrombie is on the move again. He be hit his second college at Rice. Now he's gone again. Nathan McClure is leaving IUPUI.
Jimmy, are these the guys who got offers? So Ryan Moore got an offer. I like Ryan Moore. I didn't know Ryan Moore was a senior.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Archie. He gave a list of the guys who played well. Remember, Archie filmed one court. Jeffrey Day filmed the other court. So they got to see every player, every game.
Okay.
So I'm not going to let my fragmented visuals supersede theirs. That would be, most people would be, that would be ignorant.
Jimmy, who would be a good person to put out a transfer portal for the summer basketball? Because they trying to let you do it. I don't think you should. I told Doc Jock
I used to do it all the time.
Okay.
Back in the days, I did it all the time. And so what happened?
You ain't back in the day no more.
Yeah, because it's new school. They're not seasoned like that. The new parents aren't seasoned like that. The new parents are led to believe he don't know what he's talking about because he didn't play.
Wait a minute. I thought the old parents used to do that. The new parents
do that. But the old parents didn't have much choice as they do now. You have choice.
Okay. I got you.
And so now the new parents can go and be misled and go and believe, and they can go drink other water, and then they realize that water ain't number P. But if you thirsty, you'll drink some P, I guess. But we'll leave you on that note. And we get up out here and slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Tuesday. Catch you guys tomorrow on Women Rock Wednesday, man. Thanks so much for tuning into the Chop Shop. Share the show on your way out the door, man. We appreciate it, man. Peace. Robert Haller, just Jim Hicks. We up out here. Chop Shop. Peace. No music.